Welcome to another Transformers animated episode review. Today we're taking a look at the episode Total Meltdown, which of course marks the debut and origin story of the human supervillain Meltdown. We begin this episode with the Autobots watching TV in order to learn about humans. Aww, this is just like when Blades was doing the same thing in Rescue Bots. I also love how Bulkhead's backpack kibble can transform into a chair for himself. And I love how he's drinking out of an oil drum like a juice box.
So the next time you fill your tank, be sure to use Super Premium Mega Fuel.
That looks like that hurts.
Yeah. Not even going to try and expand on that joke. We are then introduced to Prometheus Black, a biotech engineer who promises the ability to biologically upgrade humans as they see fit. He is played by Peter Stormare, a fantastic Swedish actor who you've probably seen in many films and TV shows. And to demonstrate his biotech, he has pit Colossus Rhodes against Bumblebee in an exhibition match. Colossus Rhodes reminds me of Bane from Batman, but kind of an even more extreme version. Also, Bumblebee and Sari kind of remind me of Rocky and Mickey from the Rocky movies, obviously. So I guess it's kind of appropriate then that the guy who directed Creed 2 is now directing Bumblebee 2. When Prometheus Black and Captain Fanzone are watching the fight in the luxury box, we can briefly see two monitors as well as the live fight itself. But there seems to be an animation error as all three views are showing something different happening. The left monitor shows Colossus Rhodes with his arms at his sides, but in the right monitor it seems like he's trying to grab Bumblebee. And through the window we can see the live match, and it looks like Colossus Rhodes is lifting Bumblebee over his head. I guess the two monitors could be on two different delays, but why? So you can watch your own personal replays? So the fight begins to get out of hand and spills outside the arena.
Stand and fight! What are you, yellow?
Well, duh.
Yes, if you watched my Earthrise reviews, you'd know that I'd hoped that they'd do this exact same joke in Transformers someday. And I guess I forgot that they already had, in this series. Prometheus Black's transformation into Meltdown somewhat reminds me of Norman Osborn's transformation into the Green Goblin. Losing a major contract to a rival corporation, his company going under, a lab accident, and him swearing revenge against those who wronged him. There's definitely some parallels to be drawn here. When we see Sumdac demonstrating his new police bot, it reminds me of Ed 209 from RoboCop.
But it also has improved recognition software. So we don't have a repeat of that unfortunate incident with the captain's wife.
Wait, Captain Fanzone has a wife? What happened to her? Hopefully not what happened to that guy in RoboCop. Hey, come on, I can't show this. This is too violent and gory for my channel. When Meltdown attacks Sumdac Tower, is it just me or does the receptionist robot remind anyone else of Janine from Ghostbusters?
You have an appointment, Mr. Ghostbusters, what do you want?
So it turns out Colossus Rhodes' weakness is loud sounds, kind of like a symbiote's. I guess that means he's also partially inspired by Venom? So they eventually defeat Meltdown by trapping him in a force field bubble. And that's the end of the episode. This was a pretty good episode. At least the first part was. I didn't really like the last half. Honestly, after Prometheus Black turned into Meltdown, I felt like the plot went downhill. I would have much rather they have saved his transformation into Meltdown for a future episode. I liked him better as Prometheus Black. I think he would have been more interesting as an evil counterpart to Sumdac, creating supervillains to send against the Autobots. Meltdown is a pretty terrifying supervillain though. Being made out of acid that can eat through anything is pretty horrific. Can he turn this power off? How does he eat? And how do they lock him up after this episode? Did they build a special force field prison for him? Kind of like Magneto's plastic prison? Well, what did you think of this episode of Transformers Animated? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you next Saturday for the next episode of Transformers Animated, Blast from the Past. See you then.